So the four things that we're concerned about here that she addressed: controlling food, all right, housing. She planned on giving people $25,000 and building more projects, all right. Healthcare, insulin, all right, making sure that we cap the cost of insulin, and the earned and the child tax credits. Those are her four pillars: food, housing, healthcare, child tax credits. All right. Those are the things that she addressed in her speech specifically. So now you guys can come to your own conclusion now that you understand exactly what her economic, we don't know how we're going to pay for it. We don't know how we're going to regulate it. We don't know what the hell is going on. We don't know our left from our right. But those are the four things that she spoke about. And she also had an opportunity to, I'm going to read the super chat shortly, don't worry, but I want to continue along this path. She also had the opportunity to have a conversation about how she plans to pay for these things, all right? So finally, Cam, I call her Cam, some of y'all may not, I call her Cam. Finally, she made herself available to the general public, and she said, listen, these are my policies, this is what I stand on, and I'm going to get off this bus, and I want to let you guys question me on exactly how I plan to pay for these things, okay? So she gave you an explanation, and I have to give her credit from taking pointed remarks from reporters when she comes off of the bus after she gives her economic plan, and she's going to have a conversation with the general public on how she's going to pay for these things, all right? Make sure y'all tune in. I'm going to read the super chats and the Cash App shortly. Let's get to it.
Hi. What you got?
All right here. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's almost done. I mean, there's some little tweaks, and I'm gonna, work on it probably starting tomorrow for the next couple of days. But it's coming along. I feel good about it. I mean, essentially, it's much of what you've probably heard me talk about before in terms of just what I believe to be the promise of America and the fact that we're all in this. And there's obviously a lot at stake, but there's also a lot to feel good about in terms of the future of our country. So there will be a lot that is about what I believe is a way forward, a new way forward.
So I didn't get a chance to hear the first question, but she answered it very general. I think the second question that she takes, she speaks more specifically, or at least we hope so. I did not get a chance to hear the first question, but she's basically just giving the general talking points. Hey, listen, I still got to tweak some things. We almost there at the finish line. It's a lot going on, but this is a pathway forward for all Americans, and we're all going to do this together. We have some time. We're going to tweak some things. We're going to make some changes, but we have some time. So they've been in the White House for the last 3.5 years. They haven't fully tweaked their plan, but the next reporter is going to ask a different question. Let's continue.
Bringing everyone along in that.
You unveiled your economic policies last week.
Yeah.
Can you explain how you're going to pay for those? And can you give us a sense of what other policies you want to unveil going forward?
Sure.
Okay, so the question is, you unveiled your economic policies. A, how are you going to pay for it?
Pay for those, and can you give us a sense of what other policies you want to unveil going forward?
Sure.
And then other policies, B, other policies to unveil, even though we less than 80 days away from voting, we still don't know what the policies are, even though they've been in office for the last 3.5 years, and other policies that they plan to unveil going forward. So we have the core four: controlling groceries, food, housing, healthcare, earned income tax credit, or earned and child tax credits. Okay, so now she's going to speak on how she's going to pay for these things.
Well, I mean, you just look at it in terms of what we are talking about, for example, around children and the child tax credit and extending the EITC. It's at $6,000 for the first year of a child's life. The return on that investment in terms of what that will do and what it will pay for will be tremendous. We've seen it when we did it in the first year of our administration. We reduced child poverty by over 50%. So that's a lot of the work. And then what we're doing.
Okay, wait. The question is, how do you plan to pay for this? Let me rewind it. I want to make sure, because she don't have no teleprompters in front of her right now, all right? So she got to just answer the question. She got to wing it. It's the first time that she took any questions from reporters. I missed it. I'm slow, though. I'm a C student. I didn't have learning disabilities. I didn't have to ride the shore bus. I didn't have a helmet. I didn't have to go to the class. That was directly next to the bathroom, okay? But I'm not a Harvard scholar. I'm not J.D. Vance. I didn't go to Yale. I didn't go to Princeton or any of these things, right? So I got to rewind it sometimes to make sure that I heard what she said when she said it, because the question was how, I wrote it down, right? For the slow ones, the slow kids in the back, me. How do you plan on paying for it? That was the question, all right?
Pay for it will be tremendous. We've seen it when we did it.
Hold on, let me make sure I get the full context.
It's at $6,000 for the first year of a child's life. The return on that investment in terms of what that will do and what it will pay for will be tremendous. We've seen it when we did it in the first year of our administration.
How do you plan to pay for this? That's the question. How do you plan to pay for this? We didn't ask you, how do you feel about whether or not it benefits kids or anything? The question is, listen, I get it. Great. Love kids. Awesome. Cute little toddlers running around. Some of them got snotty noses passing around, colds and flus and all of that. Cool. How do you plan to pay for this? That's the question, all right?
For the first year of a child's life, the EITC, it's at $6,000 for the first year of a child's life. The return on that investment in terms of what that will do and what it will pay for will be tremendous. We've seen it when we did it in the first year of our administration. We reduced child poverty by over 50%. So that's a lot of the work. And then what we're doing in terms of...
So that's a lot of the work? So that's a lot of the work. So we just gonna skip that. All right, so maybe she's gonna address how she's gonna pay for other things. Let's get to it.
The tax credits, we know that there's a great return on that investment. When we increase home ownership in America, what that means in terms of
Wait, you went from tax credits to homeowner, okay.
So that's a lot of the work. And then what we're doing in terms of the tax credits,
what we're doing in terms of the tax credits, okay.
Know that there's a great return on that investment. When we increase home ownership in America, what that means...
Look at Tim. Hey, look at Tim back there. Tim can't... I didn't even realize that Tim was standing there. Tim can't relate because Tim don't participate in the real estate industry anymore. Tim is like, dang, this woman is... She having a tough time over there. Tampon Timmy. Hey, Tim is concerned over there. Tim, tuck in that trucker. Talk about it, big dog. Come on, take over. Tim, let me ask you a question, Tim, before she get over into the rest of her answer. Hey, Tim, do you feel confident following behind this woman? The Secret Service agent over there is just hiding behind the door. Look, a picture is worth 1,000 words, okay? I didn't even realize that we was going here. Homie on the left, all the way with the blue shirt, black jacket, he don't want to look into the camera. Tim is concerned. The wife is like, she going to be asking Tim about this later. Secret Service agent over there, the little girl, the door holder, we don't know what she got going on. She trying to hide behind the door because she don't want to be a part of this photo op. And Kamala Harris is just 100% fumbling. Don't let this woman go off script. Don't let her go off script, y'all. Don't let her. Let's go. Let's get to it. I'm curious as to how she's going to pay. Again, the question, because I don't want people to get, we live in a shorts world, reels, everybody want less than 1 minute answers. The question is, how do we plan on paying for this as a country? We are taxpayers. They work for us. How do they plan on paying for it?
The tax base, not to mention property tax base, what that does to fund schools. Again, return on investment. I think it's a mistake for any person who talks about public policy to not critically evaluate how you measure the return on investment. When you
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? How do you plan to pay for this economic policy that you're forcing on the people if you were to become president of the United States of America? Thank God we got a Congress. How do you plan to pay for this?
We're strengthening neighborhoods, strengthening communities, and in particular the economy of those communities, and investing in a broad-based economy. Everybody benefits, and it pays for itself in that way.
Okay, all right. Sorry. I'm not the sharpest knife in the tool shed, but I did okay for myself. I've done okay for myself. This $25,000, don't worry about it, y'all. It's going to pay for itself. Per person, for home ownership, it's going to pay for itself. Now, it's in this broad-based economy where everybody benefits, it pays for itself. Listen, economists has done the numbers. It's going to pay for itself. Child tax credit, all for itself. Earned income credit pays for itself. New housing policy and plans pays for itself. When everybody wins, everybody wins. This thing we got going on here, this new policy proposal and changes, all of this stuff, pay for itself. Don't worry about it. It pays for itself. That's the answer. It's paying for itself. Let me hear what you, I didn't put the words in her mouth. Don't sit here and say that I said it. I'm just telling you, I'm just relaying the information because you may not have been aware of it. Your algorithm is giving you something that may not be necessarily what my algorithm is giving me. So it's saying that
Strengthening neighborhoods, strengthening communities, and in particular the economy of those communities, and investing in a broad-based economy, everybody benefits, and it pays for itself in that way.
let me see what the people say. Just shut up and let it pay for itself? Okay. All right, don't worry about it. What do you got to say, Wellen? B. Wellen? $115 million Trump wants out of tax money. That's the start. He loses lawsuit against us. Okay. Let me see what else the people are saying. The elves is going to pay for it? Okay. Yes, this is real life, Wyatt. Yes, this is real life. If we plant money trees, the money is going to pay for itself. No, Casey, it's going to pay for itself. Listen, the next time that y'all go to the grocery store and they say, okay, so you want to do cash, credit, or debit, just tell them, Kamala Harris said it pays for itself. Let me see if she got anything else to add into this conversation.
Madam Vice President, CBS News has a new poll, shows that you're 3 points up nationally. What's your response?
Okay, so I just wanted to help y'all to understand that not only do we have her economic policies, her 4 core pillars, but we also have a way now that it's going to pay for it, that we're going to pay for it. Nope, it's not going to cost you. Guess what it's going to cost? Itself. The next time somebody asks me for some money or the next time somebody say I owe them something, Rita literally just text me. Honest to God, on everything. Rita just text me. No cap. She said, Greg the cabinet guy is finished. We already paid him $6,500 for his labor. He needed a check for $7,096.40. I got to take back what don't Apple allow for you to be able to take back what you said? I kid you not. That's what she said. She said, hey, I need a check literally today. That's what I picked up my phone for. She said, I need a check for $7,096.40. I said, for? She says, Greg, the cabinet guy, he finished. We already paid $6,500. Am I sending it to him or are you going to the bank? I said. She says, I'll go to the bank. I said, it's in there. Let me take that back. It's paying for itself. I got to edit this. It's paying for itself. That's what Kamala said. Tell Greg that it's paying for itself. Tell them it's going to pay for itself. I ain't got it. I don't have it. It's going to pay for itself. That is my next line. That is it's paying for itself. Next time my employees, hey, Anton, I didn't get my paycheck this Thursday or Friday. What's going on? Oh, it's paying for itself. Don't worry about it. It'll pay for itself. The work that you do is going to pay for itself. All right.